Hello, Leo. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Valima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Let's see what we have. I want like this bottom little thing. I don't know what that's about. We'll find out. So you got abundance. It seems to be, my first thought is this is circling around you. Abundance seems to be circling around you. Almost like it's taunting you a little bit. Kind of like, look what I got. Don't you want it too? That's my first thought with abundance. But I'm also getting good cheer too. Like, good cheer just kind of pushed out. So I don't feel like anybody's taunting you in a negative way, but just kind of like, come on, come play with us. Have this abundance with us. That's my first thought. And then there's this face-down group of cards. So there's 4 cards here. And this is connected with this playful, come play with us, come have abundance with us energy. The 4 of Pentacles, which, nope, that's the 10 of Pentacles, so I'm 6 off on that. So there's a lot of stability, a lot of monetary stability. It feels like a monetary gain even. There's the 3 of Wands there, which is usually travel, moving forward on something new. The Devil card is some type of, could be an addiction. Because the way these other cards are feeling, it feels like addiction or maybe subordination to some type of regime or rules. Almost like, you know, out there pounding the pavement, getting the sales and like a sales job, but doing it like at night and on the weekends where you don't have time to have time for yourself. That's kind of that card too. And this last card here is the 7 of Wands. Now this is what's going on around you. This is a part of that we have abundance, come play with us, we're having fun energy, come have abundance with us. This is that. This is more about that. Which is telling me somebody, or either it's a person or a situation where there's a lot of negatives there. But people feel like the money outweighs the negatives, and it's like moving things forward, keeping going forward, getting past the negatives because of all the money that's being made here. Now this is all face down, which means I don't feel like this is very easily seen. So if you're aware of this, you've had to dig it up a little bit is what I'm getting. It's not on the surface. So you have to be a little bit deeper. If you're getting into this, if you already know this, you had to dig a little deeper to get it is what I'm getting. This is not well-known information. So if you don't know this, because this is face down, and more than likely, I mean, it's a general read, but more than likely you're not seeing it, you should be aware of it so it can help you make your decisions going forward. Because I'm seeing that you're kind of standoffish. When this starts, I feel like you're seeing this kind of being taunted, like, come play with us, we got a lot, it's a lot of fun. You're not sold on the situation. You're thinking about it, but you're not ready to pick up that sword and get into the fight. That last sword is still down, still on the ground. You haven't picked it up. You haven't gone forward with it. People are trying to pull you in. People are really, like, they want you to be a part of this. They got the Magician card. No, it's the Magical Powers card, which makes me feel like people are trying to seduce you in. I really feel like you're trying to be seduced into this situation. You know, I gotta be honest. I don't like it. I feel like, you know how a pyramid scam works? Like, the top person makes money on their own, but then they get money, like if they get 3 people under them, they make their own money plus a little bit off of everybody under them. So then those 3 people get 3 people under them, so like the person at the top is siphoning off each person under them. I hope I'm explaining it, like a pyramid scheme. You might want to look it up online if that doesn't make sense. Because I'm getting that type of feel here. Kind of like other people want to pull you in so they can push off some of their work onto you. So be careful of that. That's my first thought with the seductive feel. And I don't always read that card that way, but I'm getting a seductive feel, like people want you to do stuff for them. People want to pull you in and seduce you in. You'd be like, oh, isn't this great? Do this. Meanwhile, you're doing a bit of their work that they should be doing. I don't know. I don't like that, really. But that's what I'm feeling. This is, again, that Devil card. That Devil card that's face down, moving forward, getting somebody else to do somebody's work. Like, that's might be how they overcome the challenges. The Devil card with the Seven of Wands, that might be how they overcome that being subordinate to somebody else, pushing off the obligations onto somebody else, and they want to push it off onto you. Just be careful. There's a lot of money to be made there is what I'm getting. It feels like bare bones, general read, but it feels like there's a lot of money to be made there. Just be careful, like, at what cost to you is that? They're trying to seduce you in. I'm seeing them try to seduce you in. The Seven of Pentacles is going, you're not biting right away, but they're keeping your attention. They're tugging on your ear. They're getting your thoughts. They're getting you to listen to them. You're not sold on it just yet, but it seems like, well, maybe, well, soon. I don't know, not yet. I don't know, maybe. They're starting to, they're like planting that seed of desire, that seduction, that seed of desire. That's the Page of Cups for you. They're getting your attention. They're making you think about it. They have the Seven of Cups. Whoever this is really has a lot of ideas about what they want you to do for them. So be careful about that. They have a lot of ideas about what they want you to do for them. And I do feel like that seed of desire is there, but you're holding off still. You're not quite sold on it just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet. Now, I do see something is happening here. I don't see you jumping right into this. I don't see you jumping right into this. I find this very interesting because you're listening to your inner voice. And I feel like for some of you, maybe this is like that kick in the pants a little, saying, listen to that inner voice. If you feel it sounds good, too good to be true, you feel like it's just not quite there. It sounds so good, but it's not quite there. Something feels a little off. This reading might be saying, listen to that voice. Ask those questions. Ask the deeper questions. Get the details. Divine guidance is telling you something isn't right here. Something's not right. Get more information. Get the clues. Find out what's happening here. Because what's happening in the situation when your divine guidance kicks in, I feel like you're putting on the pressure, looking for certain answers. What if I go forward with this? What happens then? What is this about? And I feel like the more people are like, well, you'll find out more when you're a part of it. Well, I can't tell you too much. That's privileged information. Privileged information. I feel like you're calling it out right for what it is. You're pushing. You're like, I'm not getting involved with it unless you tell me something. I'm not getting involved unless you give me answers. You're putting a lot of stress on this situation, and I feel like that's very, very good. Because I just feel like somebody's trying to suck you into something so that you can do something for them. And you're starting to see something. You know something isn't right. And you're trying to dig it up. Like, what do you want from me? What is it you're trying to get from me? I'm getting this Ten of Wands here. Like, there's a lot of stress here between you and whatever else is going on. Whoever else it is. You're asking those questions. You're pushing for those answers. I don't see it evolving past this part. I actually see you not getting the answers, at least not to your satisfaction. And you're saying, bye-bye. Done. You can't give me answers. I can't give you my time. You can't give me what I want. I can't give you what you want. I'm not going to hang out. I just feel you're like, no, all right, fine. You can't answer, then I can't be bothered. I got to move. Bye. We're done. And I almost feel like you're a little annoyed at this time. The situation, I feel like these people, whoever this may be, if it's one person or more, are trying to make you feel like you're missing out. The Five of Cups. Like, you're going to miss out. This is a good thing. You got to go forward. Come on. Don't do this. Blah, blah, blah. Some things just have to be answered over time. I can't give you everything. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. The Five of Cups, I feel like they're trying to get you to regret or change your mind based on you'll regret if you don't go forward with us now. I don't feel like you're buying into it, though, because I'm getting home safe protection and victory for you. It's just not, it doesn't seem solid. You're just not buying it. It doesn't seem solid. It's not right for you. You're sticking with what you know. It doesn't make you feel like secure. And you're just like, no, it's too much of a risk. I don't feel like it's a good idea. I'm going to pass. The victory is you passing. The fact that you're moving on from this without getting complete answers, because you're not getting complete answers, it's a smart thing for you to do. I feel like this reading might be just about you pushing for those answers. And when you're not getting those answers and deciding to jet on the whole situation, this reading is saying, yeah, good idea. Good idea. Move on. Don't second think it. Don't second think it. Don't give it a second thought. You're doing what you should. They're also saying, I don't see swords out here except for in the beginning, I feel like you should be talking. Okay, it's on the. There's one on the chariot if you want to count that. But I'm feeling like you should be talking to other people and telling other people what you're thinking about this situation. Don't let this be a quiet thing that happens behind the scenes. Talk with other people about this. See if anybody else knows anything about this situation. Because I feel like if you can find out, if you're trying to find out or you're still looking to find out what the answers are, you might give somebody else a heads up so they don't get stuck in this either. So you might actually help somebody else avoid this pitfall, because I don't feel like this is a good thing. I don't feel like this is a good thing. You're moving on from it. I think that's good. But the situation itself, I don't really like. I feel like something's unbalanced there. And if you're out there talking, asking questions, trying to find out the answers you couldn't get the answers to, yeah. Finding the answers you couldn't get the questions answered for. You know what I'm talking about. I think I confused myself when I said that fast. That made sense, though, I think. You're waking up somebody else to listen, to think. Because if it comes towards them, and it wasn't good for you, and you're not happy because you couldn't get answers, it might give them a little foothold to be like, you know what? The Leo I know or I know of didn't seem to like that, and they had a good reason to move on. Maybe I should, watch my step as well. I feel like you might be helping somebody else out by talking about it so that it's more out there, it's more fluid, so people know what's happening. Are we good? Good. All right, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.